In terms of real estate independent sponsors or investment funds, what do you look for in a first meeting to screen them for your investors? I know you get approached by a lot of people, so what do you kind of look for first to screen them?
Yeah, this is something we is always under development, and we're always getting better. We're way better now than we were 3 years ago when we started. But really, I'd say it's three things. It's track record, performance track record of the sponsors. That's number one. Check size is important, and that might not be something that is relevant to other wealth managers or allocators, but for us, that's a big one. And I think also just the relationship with other family offices. So let's see. So performance track record. So it's important for us to work with sponsors that have been doing this for a while. So we want to work with somebody. We've got some of our family office sponsors that have been through multiple real estate cycles, and they've been in the same area for 40 years or 50 years doing the same thing. That's somebody I want to invest with if they've done it at a high level. And you're going to have some bad deals, and how you handle that and how you handle that with your investors is really important. So that that performance track record is important. Check size is important because a lot of times we get it's always fun to be at my desk because there's investment offerings of all different flavors and varieties every single day, and we have to go through a kind of a screening filtering process to find out which ones make sense. So an example of what that means for our community is if somebody's minimum check size is $1 million, that's probably not going to be a good fit for our community, because we've got our doctors, to kind of give an example, most of them are between $2 million and $20 million net worth. So we don't have $200 million families. I mean, it's kind of on the smaller side. So, but we're powerful as a multifamily office because we can write bigger checks to bring to an investment, but they might come in $50,000 and $100,000 checks. I always, a lot of times when we have new investors that come in, we'll talk about, we have investors that could write a $500,000 check, but does that make the most sense for them? Might make more sense to write 5 $100,000 checks to 5 different investment offerings versus putting it all in all of those eggs in one basket. And then, also the family office connections are huge. Working with other family offices to see who they're working with and that track record. I know if I'm working with another family office and we're trading best practices and who we're investing with, if they tell me that they've invested with this particular sponsor for, the last 3 to 5 years or longer, and everything's gone smooth, I know that they've done their due diligence and they've got a track record. So that really immediately pushes them way up in my book. Anybody that's gone through family office due diligence, RIA due diligence, broker dealer due diligence, and has passed that, that obviously. So to answer that question, if somebody hasn't been through that and they don't have a third party due diligence report and they haven't invested with other family offices, come back when you do. Is probably a good way to address that.
Sure. This content was created by commercialrealestate.com. Access our community, investment databases, training, and live events by visiting www.commercialrealestate.com.